Hi guys, welcome back. This is Shy-chology with Shy-lo. Not Shy-chology, that's not my name. It's just a play on words. I like puns. Anyway, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not, because that's what I want to talk about today, is apologizing. I have a really bad habit that I've discovered in therapy that I apologize a lot. And I mean a lot. Like, if I had a nickel for every single time I probably apologized, in a month I could probably pay off my student loans. And they're a lot. I won't say how much, but it's a lot. I went out of state. Anyway, so what is the problem with apologizing too much? Well, it kind of takes away the meaning behind apologizing. It kind of gives it this like negative connotation about, just apologizing all the time, because you shouldn't have to apologize all the time. I mean, what's the point? If something's completely out of your control and you're talking to somebody else and there's like, oh, this guy broke up with me, or that's a really terrible example. Let's try that again. Some lady almost hit me at the supermarket with her shopping cart. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Like, why am I apologizing for that? I didn't almost hit her with my shopping cart. You could say something like, more like, oh, well, did you tell her off? Or, not that crude, but you get what I mean. Like, you don't have to say I'm sorry because it's not your fault. There's tons of other things to say. And I should practice what I preach, because I would instantly go to, I'm sorry, cringe, sort of thing. But why? What made me pick up this habit that I just want to apologize for everything, even though it's not out of my control? Well, that's something we're discussing in therapy, but, you should only apologize for things that are actually bad, that you actually feel sorry for. Like, I'm sorry I murdered your cat. That's something you should apologize for. Unless you're a sociopath, then you probably aren't going to want to apologize. But that's a different video. We'll talk about that later. Sociopathic tendencies and stuff. But, I just really wanted to talk about the authenticity of an apology. I'm not going to say I'm sorry, because there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel comfortable. So, an apology should be authentic. When I've had apologies from friendships that have ended, stuff like that, where they said they were sorry, but they were more saying sorry to the fact that I felt upset by what they did. They weren't sorry for what they did. They were sorry that I got mad at what they did. And that's where the problem with an apology comes in, when it's not sincere. When you are doing a sincere apology, you need to admit that you were wrong. Yes, I know. That sucks hard, because I'm always right. Like, I tell my boyfriend, I'm right 99.7% of the time. And honestly, probably not that much. I'm probably right more like 40, maybe 42% right most of the time. But I'm not going to admit that. I mean, I just admitted it to you guys, but that's the internet. Doesn't matter. If I'm talking to my boyfriend, I'm going to write 99.7% of the time. We as humans have this issue about being wrong. We don't want to be wrong. That's like one of the worst things you can do, is admitting that you were wrong. But honestly, it will make your life so much easier if you upset your friend in some way. Like, if you get in this huge fight and you were the one that messed up, saying, I'm sorry, I messed up, that was not okay of me, that is what you need to do. Instead of being like, I'm sorry you got mad. Like, what? That's not an apology. It will make your relationship so much better if you just learn how to admit you're wrong. You will be so surprised. I've seen it on both sides. I've seen it on sides where I apologize not so great, and those friendships didn't last. But I've had friendships with people, even my own relationship, like, I have admitted I was wrong. I didn't want to admit I was wrong. I hate it, but I did. And we were able to talk about it and communicate about it, and we moved on from it. Because when you tell people you were wrong, it makes you human. Other people can relate to you more. They understand, because they're also afraid of being wrong. They're also, making mistakes. Nobody wants to make mistakes. But when you would admit to another person that you made a mistake, that makes you so much more relatable. It makes you more, that they'll feel like they can talk to you more, that they can trust you because you admitted something that nobody likes to admit about themselves. And that's huge. You will honestly see your relationships with your partner improve, your family relations, your friendships. It will honestly improve it if you can just learn how to do an authentic apology, making sure that you're saying you are sorry for a good reason and admitting that you were the one that made the mistake and that's why you're sorry. Not that you're sorry about this or that they got mad. No, sorry that I'm sorry that I made that mistake of running over your cat. That is a terrible example, but you get where I'm coming from. It has to be specific. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. That's just something that me and my therapist have talked about, is making sure that I'm not apologizing too much, and that when I do apologize, that it's for a sincere reason and that it's specific to what I did wrong. But what about you guys? Like, what are some ways that you apologize? What are ways that have worked for you? What are techniques that you think are good? Because I'm always were there times that you wanted to learn new apologies or that it didn't really go quite as planned? Like, let me know below in the comments, because I'm always looking for new information on how to better myself because I'm not perfect. And let me know. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to hear me talk some more about interesting stuff, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye!